all the rejections, all the failures, every time that you wanted to throw the towel in, but you decided to remain consistent, remain dedicated to the cause, remain dedicated to the process that you embarked, to the project that you promised yourself that you were going to finish what you started, and you will absolutely reap the rewards. Brothers, your time will come, and I genuinely mean that. The rejections, the failures that you faced, the doors that were slammed in your face, every time people laughed at you when you tried to do something, when you tried to be brave and courageous, and it backfired into you massively, and you felt like giving up but you didn't. One day, and I don't know why it works out like this, but one day, I promise you, it will all make sense. You might not see it today, you might not see it within a few months, you might not even see it within the first 3 years, but I promise you at some point it will all make sense. When you've reached the mountain, the top of the mountain, when you've reached the goals that you wanted to reach through blood, sweat and tears, and you go, it was all worth it. It just makes the victory taste sweet. And I'm not saying that I'm an accomplished individual. I'm not saying that I'm the finished article. I'm far from the finished article, but from the goals that I've accomplished, I can tell you from experience, from speaking to a lot of successful people, speaking to a lot of people that mates of mine that have accomplished goals just like I have as well. That victory is so sweet. Oh, guys, it's so sweet. It's like a drug, and it's a good drug. It's a good drug because it's a drug that you worked hard for. It wasn't instant gratification. You had to work for it. You had to delay gratification. You didn't fall for the immediate pleasures. You didn't deviate from the journey. And if it was easy to attain, it wouldn't be respected and it wouldn't be very valued. In life as humans, as men especially, we only value things that we have to work very hard for, and it took a very long time to accomplish and acquire. And that's why there's a lot of respect put on that. So when you set out a goal and you had to work so hard to reach it, you faced so much rejection, you went through so many hurdles and you were so fearful and you had to be courageous and you still managed to pull it off. It just makes the victory taste sweeter. And I promise you, your time is coming. It will all make sense in the future. Just please, please just don't quit because you're this close. Have you guys ever seen that picture of it's a very famous picture actually. It's not really a meme, but it's a picture of a guy with a pickaxe and he's digging into a cave, right? And he's been digging for so long, so much rejection and failure and so much heartbreak. He's just digging along in the cave and against the rocks with his little pickaxe. And on the other side of this thin wall left, it's all the gold. It's tons of gold. It's more gold than he could ever dream of. And it's actually based on a true story where a guy was digging away in search for gold and he was trying so hard and he gave up in the last moment. And I think another guy started digging and found it like within a few days. It's actually based on a true story, but there's this image that I'm sure you've all seen where the guy's there with a pickaxe and he's like, I can't do this is impossible. And there's this thin wall left, and on the other side, it's all the gold. Everything that he ever dreamed of, it's all his goals. It's the exact same with you. You've been trying for so hard. You've been trying for so long. You've been so consistent and you haven't seen any results. And that is what the compound effect is. The compound effect is like an asymptote. For so long, you're near the bottom. For so long, imagine the y and x variable. You're here for so long and it just curves. It's exponential. The growth is exponential. It will fly. At one point, things will just click and it will all make sense. But you just don't see it today. You just don't see it today. That is the one negative of the compound effect, is you don't see it, but one day it just explodes. It just explodes. And when it happens, you just, not only you have this feeling of relief, because you put so much effort and work in, but it's just the satisfaction, and that's where true happiness comes from. Happiness doesn't come from watching porn and masturbating and playing FIFA and NFL and 2K and drinking loads of pints and vodka and banging loads of women in one night stands. That's not where happiness comes from. You might be satisfied in the immediate term, but you feel depressed after. The post-nut clarity will hit, the depression will hit, the fat puffiness of your face, the poor body when you stare in the mirror because of your excessive drinking habits and your habits when it comes to consumption of foods, and your lack of attention to detail, your lack of attention to your vessel, so to speak. In the long term, it will all make sense. True happiness will come from that. That's where it's derived from. It's when you set out goals and you accomplish them. Every time you go for a rut, remember why you started. Remember your reason why. And you'll just be so grateful. You'll be so grateful that you were so dedicated to the process, that you were so dedicated to the cause. And it's just a reminder to everyone that is really there grafting away, working so hard. Gentlemen, I promise you your time is coming. Your time is coming. Just keep going. Just keep going. Don't stop. Whatever it is you're doing, studying for a course, content creation, starting a business, you've got this skill set that you developed, you want to develop a product, you want to put out on the market, you're getting a lot of rejection, keep going. Ignore what the others are saying. It's all hearsay. Just keep going. Keep pushing. Just don't give up, please. Just don't give up, because remember why you started. Your bloodline. Honour your parents that struggled and tried so hard for you to be on this earth, to be in the position you are today. Don't let it go in the last minute. Don't be the guy with his little pickaxe in the cave, hacking away at the rocks, trying to get to the goal, and he gives up last minute. If you just continued for a little bit, he would have got everything he would have wanted, plus more. He would have got it more than what he dreamt of. And it's the exact same for you. One day, these failures, these rejections, it will all make sense. But you have to give it time. And your time is coming. Absolutely, it's coming. And don't be that individual that has that pain of regret. Because pain is only temporary if you allow it to. Let the pain sink in now. Embrace the pain. But going forward, it will all make sense. And you'll be so proud. That victory will taste so sweet. I promise you, it will taste so sweet. And then you set bigger goals, and then you work so hard for that, and you accomplish goals, and 6 months goes by, a year goes by, 5 years, 10 years go by, and you think, wow, look at the man that I've become. This is the potential that I knew I had. I fulfilled my potential. Women are staring at me. I'm captivating to the opposite sex. I'm making loads of money. I've helped X amount of people. I've become skilled in this niche, in this area. My parents are proud of me. Think of why you started. Just think of why you started. Look at the body I'm in. It's not an egotistical, arrogant thinking. You've worked very hard to attain something, and you deserve it. Keep working hard, keep pushing, never give up, and you will get what you want. Smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I'll see all of you guys for my next video. Peace.